I want to talk about how hosting your own mama meetup groups or or parent meetup groups are a part of decolonial work. I'm a home birth midwife, and I want to say that if you are feeling lonely in your parenthood, in your mamahood, you are not alone. This is actually a very common theme going on out there. And even though it's common, it is actually not natural. We were not meant to run the house and raise the kids all on our own. Colonization was separating us from our support system. So back in the day, we had different layers of support, different layers of wisdom. Grandparents were helping in the upbringing of children. There were multi-generational homes. We had aunties present. People lived closer together. We had more godparents influence, things like that. And so because it was a strategy to separate everyone and try to focus on people being more individualistic and take part in consumerism, we have to be really intentional from pulling away from that and readjusting and creating our own intentional communities. So I want to share with you something that I do in my home birth practice, and maybe you can take a few of the tips to start your own mamas group. So at Partera Midwifery, we have a monthly mamas meetup, and this is something that my home birth clients, past and present, are welcome to come. And what we do is it's a 3-hour meeting. We invite everyone over. It's a very relaxed setting. Babies are welcome, of course. We invite people, you can bring food if it feels easy. If not, there's always a pot of beans here, so don't worry. And after everyone kind of settles in and everything, we do start to do shares and like a little plática. And the prompt for it is, what is a rose and what is a thorn? And so the rose is something that you're feeling is something really beautiful, that you're really appreciating and feeling in gratitude in your life, and you want to celebrate with other people and feel seen about that. And then the thorn part of the share is what's something that's challenging for you or that you feel kind of wounded about. And then we open up the floor after they've shared to consejos. What are other people's advice? What are other mamas' perspectives on that? Or, when that happened to me, or when I was feeling that way, something I did was, use this herb, or this is a book that I used, or something like that. Or and we had the last mamas meetup on this last weekend, and one of the mamas was teaching us about tapping and like EMDR, I think. And that was really helpful, helping calm your nervous system. So it's so important that we feel that, for one, even if you've only been a new mama or papa or parent for 5 months, you have lived experience and you have information that is that you can offer to the group. And then also just the feeling of belonging, that is so healing for us. We are not meant to raise our babies in isolation. So I want to share that if you are a parent, reach out, make those, send a group text out to people, invite them over to your home if you have a space. And you can maybe do something like a food prep, tell everyone, bring food containers and some ingredients, and we're going to make a bunch of food, and that's going to help us to eat healthy for the rest of the week. Another thing could be, maybe a baby's clothing swap, so everyone bring clothes, it's all free, your kids grew out of it and other kids can use the clothes. This is a great way, 2 ways that we can separate from consumerism and focus on what actually we do need that's going to help us thrive, and that's that community. So I really want to encourage you, consider being the one who's brave and makes those connections. Even if only one person shows up, you're on the right path and you're going to find your group. So I feel optimistic that we can build community. And I know it's kind of hard sometimes, it's a little uncomfortable, that's the trauma, but we can kind of work through it and help each other.